Hello guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about Chapter 4 because it's actually, a lot of people think it's really bad, and I think that too, but I never really hate chapters, so we're just going to go over every season in Chapter 4 and see what they did wrong and how they could have done better. But there was also some seasons in there that actually were kind of good. So I'm going to be sharing what I liked and what I didn't like about Chapter 4. Let's get started. Well, before we get in the first season of Chapter 4, first I just want to show that the live event into Chapter 4 was really bad. It was the Fractured one, and it was pretty much a creative map, but I think it was to show off Creative 2.0, since it just came out pretty much. But in the beginning, I'm going to tell you some of the new things. There was the Shockwave Hammer, who was very overpowered, and it was not even hard to find in chests, so you just honestly found it a lot. There was the motorcycles, which was pretty cool. There was augments in this season, a new way to have extra power-ups in Fortnite. And then there was other weapons, other loot. But the thing that was annoying about this season was honestly the lack of updates. And the loot kind of was spread around. There was the Scar came back, and the rocket launcher came back. But I feel like the loot was so scattered, it was kind of weird. The Citadel was kind of cool, the theme of this was pretty cool. The Witcher, I'm not really into The Witcher, but My Hero Academia thing was also overpowered, so pretty much this whole season was overpowered with the going to the Shockwave Hammer and the Hero of Academia one. So let's just go to the next season. Chapter 4 Season 2. This was my favorite season that was in Chapter 4. It was so fun. There was a lot of updates in this one, and I love the pink tree biome, whatever you call it. Mega City was so awesome. It was like the replacement of Tilted. The bikes, every vehicle was perfectly fine. I loved all of them. I loved the POIs and the collabs I'm about to get into, which were the best parts. So here we see right now is, what is his name? We see Drift. So we got an OG skin, and then right there you see someone from Attack on Titans. I'm sorry guys, I'm not an anime fan, so I won't remember his name. But he had the ODM gear, which was pretty cool. He had the spears and the ODM gear, which was pretty cool to get around the map. And honestly, the game just was so smooth. And with the Kinetic Blade also was really good in this season. And now we're gonna hop into more of the collabs, and this was my favorite collab out of all of them. My favorite collab, Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2099. They were in the game, and they're pretty much the same thing as you saw in Chapter 3 Season 1. They're like Spider-Man web shooters, but reskinned into the Miles one. It was pretty cool. I love the two skins were pretty awesome. They were okay, and honestly, I'm just happy there's a new Marvel skin. Swinging around in Mega City was really fun. Also with all the other mythics, because remember at that time there's also the freaking anime one, Kitsune. Guys, don't bully me. I don't know that one either. You wanna know what's so fun about Fortnite? There's a good season, but now it hops to the worst season after that, the Wilds. Apparently, in my opinion, this was the worst season ever in Fortnite. Even worse than Prime. No, it was legit the same thing as Primal. It was legit part 2 of the Primal Chapter 2 Season 6 season. Honestly, the trailer was not that bad. It actually looked kind of cool with I don't know, it just looked cool. But when you actually got in the gameplay, it sucked. The Raptors were annoying, and they really weren't doing anything. We saw cars and stuff, but I don't know why they added this, bro. I don't know why they would add this after a really good season. There was nothing really to add. And then the only mythics, there was a mythic in the beginning of the season, but it was really bad. I don't think anyone was gonna ask for this one. It was the Transformers. Transformers is not a bad collab, but the mythic they gave us was not as good. It was it was okay, it did damage, but it's not what I wanted. If I'm playing a sweaty game, this is not what I'd be using as my main mythic for the sweaty game. The only thing that carried this game is the Mammoth pistol, and it was so good. It was so accurate, and I just love it, bro. It was so cool. And there's not even really that much collabs in this one either. And there was no updates either, and it was not really that fun. And now let's just go to the next season, because there's nothing really to talk about. This is just plain old bad. And in my opinion, this is the second best season. We just hopped from a bad season to a good season. You see the theme here? Well, the storyline was really good. This was like when the storyline, everyone thought the storyline would come back, but then we just literally hopped into chapter 5. I mean, never mind. The storyline was still good, but then the next season, OG Fortnite, it just kind of all went away. But the storyline was really good. I really love the high season with all the new weapons, like the rocket ram, and the battle pass skins were really cool. And I just love like going into the 3 POIs were really good. I always loved getting the mythics and stuff, and it felt like you were legit in a movie, like trying to get the vault and stuff. Like there were so many things you have to get through. The turrets were, that was my only complaint. The turrets are kind of annoying when people are spamming them in like actual fights. Like let's say they're spraying you and then they just put like a turret down and they start spraying your wall. It was kind of annoying, but the rocket ram was really fun. And I love that they brought back OG weapons, but this is where I don't like too. Poppy, lame. Who wanted him? You could have added anyone. Like there's so many YouTubers who deserve a skin. Like you're just bringing someone who barely plays the game. I know he plays the game, but he's not like in Fortnite. He's just one other TikToker. And this guy was really cool. I really loved his mythic and Fortnimers, and Fortnimers was really cool too. Honestly, this season saved the whole chapter. Honestly, this every game felt super fresh. And also probably because it was always getting updated, so it was always new content every time you played. And I knew a lot of the OG players loved it. I loved all the old weapons that I used to play with, like the pump, the AR, and I just loved like the fun with the drift boards, baller, plane. It was all so fun, and there was not really any complaint because every time we were just trying to do something fun. Like, me and Michael always try to build a roller coaster with the shopping carts. Me and Carlos always try to get a dub on the planes. And then I was also just using legit clingers for like a video and stuff. It's just always so fun. And this honestly made the whole season. So let's show this last thing. So yeah, this was not the best chapter. It definitely needs to have a lot of improvements. But there were still many great times we had playing this game. And Fortnite's going to keep giving that to us in the future. I know this game's becoming a little slow now and it's not being so fun, but at least we got some good times playing Chapter 4.